Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this one we're going to be talking about the top 10 things in Watch Dogs 2. Dogs are in Watch Dogs 2! Unfortunately, that was not powerful enough to make the list, but there are quite a few things that are. So let's just get right into it without further ado, and this is all in my honest opinion on the things that I think are the best features in Watch Dogs 2 that we are aware of so far. So to start off with, where there are the drones. So the drones are like the flying things that you can control and fly around and shit, and basically just be like the top-notch banter goddess of the sky, even though you're playing as a male character. So top-notch banter goddess, whichever one, and that actually factors into this nowhere whatsoever. I just wanted to say that drones are in Watch Dogs 2, and it's a really good way to give surveillance of an area without having to flick between cameras and be stuck in position and have to scan around the room as the camera pans around. Now you can just control the area at the forfeit of complete stealth. However, that is not a problem, and cameras will be making a return as well, so it's not like it's going to be completely compulsory to use it all the time. So it's a very nice feature, and I'm glad that they're using it. Next up, we have the very similar feature of remote control buggy things, also known as RC cars and whatnot. So it's those things, basically security camera, another way of getting access on the ground. Of course, if you are too clumsy with it, you will be detected, and like with the cameras where you can just jolt around at the speed of sound. But it's very useful, and you can give surveillance from the ground and sort of scan around areas on the ground and see maybe little things on the tables, like little markings, and maybe be able to get close-up access to things and hack things with them as well. And you can also use it in like a way that, you know how R2-D2 unlocks doors and stuff, you can sort of use the buggy to do that as an extendable arm, which is very useful because it's really cool to see how that works. So I'm 110% looking forward to seeing how that goes. Next up, we have more hacking options. So instead of just having one hack to one item, like say hacking a car to set off its alarms, you have several hacking options. Like you could, for example, either hack a car to set off its alarms, or you could hack a car to move and hit someone, which is a very interesting thing. So I reckon that's going to be really nice to see how it goes. But, you know, if you think differently, comment down below. But I think that's a really cool feature, just that how you can hack things differently and choose how you hack them. It gives you more control over what you're doing, and maybe less sort of, I wonder what this does business that you might have had in the first Watch Dogs game. Okay, the next one is a small feature that I found to be pretty cool. It's like, you know how in Watch Dogs you could hack like these people, steal the bank account business, and then move on? Well, in Watch Dogs 2, you could literally hack everyone in the vicinity at once. So you could literally hack everyone at once and cause maybe some distraction, maybe steal the bank account details and stuff like that. And then you could go and do some business elsewhere and be like, whoa, I stole some bank details, like hundreds of people. Or maybe they'd be like, whoa, I just hacked everyone to create a distraction, and now I'm past my objective and I'm actually happy about it. And it adds a little bit more variety to how you can hack, as well as you can hack one person if you choose to. I would imagine that will be a thing. But also hack everyone at once is a really quick way to get lots of money maybe, or to create a big distraction. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that in action as well. At number 6, we have the whole social media focus of the game. So social media will of course impact how you do things. So followers on social media, say DedSec followers, will affect research points and help you out and give you more sort of influence over how things turn out in the game, which is of course very interesting and quite fun to probably do, because imagine seeing yourself get to 1 million followers. Because I mean, if you can't get 1 million subscribers in real life, for example me, then at least you can do it in a game, and I can imagine it'll probably be a lot easier than YouTube is. So it's going to be fun to actually be good at gaining something. But I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how that works. So I really can't wait to see it in action. So at number 5, we have the open mission plan. So you could go in all loud and proud, you could go in guns a-blazing like I said before, or you could go in all stealthy and sort of avoid being detected and use convenience to get past enemies and to take out enemies, or you could do the safe option and hack your way in and not actually enter the danger zone physically in any way whatsoever. Now that's going to be very interesting because you can choose your own playstyle and it may even make you want to play through the game several times over, which I hope it does, because I really would like to play the game in different ways and see how that affects the game, if that affects the game, and see how it works, because that'll be really cool to see. And I honestly think it's a good feature, and it should be definitely in there, and I'm glad that it is in there, because that's going to be fun to see. Although Ubisoft do tend to waver this one about a lot with their games, and sometimes it doesn't actually come to be a thing, but I'm hoping that it's a thing with this one. And we can go in undetected, loud and proud, or we can sometimes not have to go into the danger zone with a lot of missions. But who knows, it's obviously not going to always be like that, but there are hopefully going to be a lot of missions that will roll like that, and that I can honestly get behind and enjoy. Now, at number 4, I put Marcus Holloway, because Marcus seems to be a very interesting character. Very different to Aiden. He's going to have a more interesting backstory. For example, Marcus is going to be doing what he's doing because he's been wrongfully profiled, and he wants to help people who have been profiled, not to get revenge for the death of his niece or for the death of a family member. And tragedy really isn't a driving cause for why Marcus is doing what he's doing, as much as injustice is, and he feels like he's been unjustly treated and wants to make a difference. And that I honestly can enjoy, that sort of story. I feel that that's going to be a little bit better than just, oh god, my niece died, time to kill half the city. So that's going to be very good to see. And also the dev said that Marcus is going to be very charismatic, so that could be pulling really nice jokes with what's his name, Wrench, who seems to be another interesting character, who said fuck animals, we're at war with all of them, and then Marcus responded with even the puppies, and Wrench said especially the goddamn puppies, sort of implying a lot of banter, which that was in the reveal. But I sort of think that I honestly think that Marcus is going to be a very interesting character, very charismatic, and hopefully he's going to pull some one-liners after doing something badass, and isn't going to be completely muted when going around the open world. So say he does something very interesting in the open world, and he says something about it, or maybe he'll say something every now and then, or maybe something will happen and he'll say something, or maybe there'll be a news report on and he'll chuckle at it and make a joke, or maybe sometimes he'll make a joke when he does something very interesting. Pulls very nice one-liners like Arno did in Assassin's Creed Unity every now and then. Something like that. I really would like to see them sort of focus on making Marcus a very good character, which I feel as if he's going to be. And I don't know very much about who's playing Marcus. I don't actually know who it is, but I think that information is public. However, he does look very interesting. He's also very fluent at what he does, so he's a more fluent hacker. He's more skilled than Aiden. He's faster at parkour. He's faster. He's going to do more acrobatics. He's going to be very much so a more capable character than Aiden Pierce was. So hopefully he's going to be better character than Aiden Pierce. And I mean, I would argue that that's not very hard, but that depends on the aspect and the point of view which I'm looking at, which I won't get into because I want to remain unbiased. But I think that Marcus Holloway is going to be a better character than Aiden Pierce, and maybe even an Ezio-like character in the Watch Dogs franchise. But you guys are going to have to comment down below what you think on that one. Now, my next point is San Francisco itself. So San Francisco is going to be very different to how Chicago. Well, San Francisco is going to be more diverse. The different areas are going to feel different. Everything's going to feel different. It's not necessarily going to feel very confined as a city. It's not going to be all blocked up. It's going to be more sort of different in the areas that you go to, and the cultures will vary as well, which is going to be very interesting to see. And I also like the colorization of the place. It's more vibrant, more lovable, more likable as a place. It's going to have more points of interest, and the city's going to be almost perfect in some aspects, such as certain points apparently, which I am 110% looking forward to seeing. And there was a rumor going around that the city is going to be twice the size of Chicago, but I have no confirmation for that, so you guys are going to have to take that with a pinch of salt. I am sorry, but I do think that if that is true, then that's going to be really nice. And the game looks beautiful in the city, and the city really does reflect how beautiful the game is. And although the graphics may not look that different from the original Watch Dogs game, and it's obviously all in-game stuff, I reckon that that's not going to matter, and that the game's going to look pretty damn beautiful in those graphics, where Watch Dogs sort of slipped up a bit because it wasn't really that good looking in Chicago, because the city really didn't complement the graphical system they used, and they needed to use a more gritty graphical engine with Watch Dogs, and they didn't. So hopefully the smooth look will look a lot nicer with San Francisco, and from what we've seen so far, I can honestly say that it does look like it's going to look a lot better and a lot more, like, say, realistic than Watch Dogs did with the graphical engine that Watch Dogs used, because it just looks like it's meant to be there. But you guys are going to have to comment what you think about that one. I honestly think that San Francisco is going to be a really nice place to sort of explore, and I can't wait to have a look, see what I can find, because apparently it's going to be a very diverse city, and the graphics engine should complement that. And from the looks of the gameplay that we're looking at right now, honestly, it does look like it's probably going to work with this graphical engine. At number 2, I made the point of customization here. So customization is going to be a major thing for me, because customization means making yourself look different from anyone else in the game, making yourself stand out and making your game stand out in a way, and making you feel like you've designed something in the game. So for example, mixing and matching a little bit with your character, looking for nice looking jackets, nice hats, nice bandanas, nice trousers, and nice shoes. For example, Crocs. Everybody loves a bit of Crocs in Watch Dogs, so as you can imagine, that's going to be very interesting to see, but it also reflects the culture because it's a warmer city than Chicago, so people are going to wear warmer clothes, and Crocs are usually representative of that. But moving on from the Crocs, so the customization is going to add a lot of levels of depth to the look of the character and the diversity of the game, and maybe added into multiplayer a little bit with how the character you go in looks to the other person, maybe without looking like markers like in Assassin's Creed Unity, how they just slapped on another face or a different skin tone or something like that. But honestly, I'm not fussed, but I really do like the look of the customization, and as long as it doesn't impact the game that much, I can honestly say that I will probably be very interested in using that, and hopefully it will work. So hopefully, and I really mean hopefully, it's going to be a good customization system that isn't required too much to make the game playable further on, but is just there as a bonus if you want to make yourself look like a jazz master. So that's what I think on that one. Now, above everything else, there's one thing that's actually fairly minor but major in the gameplay aspect that really did stand out in the reveal to me, and that was the parkour. The parkour looks fluent. There are side flips, front flips, maybe even back flips and stuff like that we haven't seen, but we've seen a side flip and a front flip in the gameplay that has been revealed, and it looks like it's going to be faster paced as seen by the gameplay of that in action, and it looks like it's going to be very useful to the player, and also reflects the character of Marcus Holloway being very fluent and very capable and very good at what he does. So hopefully that's going to play a major part in the game, and maybe include parkour on top of a lot of buildings, giving you more access to the city than you had in Watch Dogs, where you felt pretty confined to the ground, which honestly I didn't really enjoy the feeling of being too confined to the ground. So I really can't wait to see how they can use the parkour to sort of give you some a higher up view of the city, and use the rooftops to get from A to B if you choose to. Of course, that's not always going to work, but I would like to see them give it a good shot, so you can use upper levels of buildings to sort of get around places a lot more, which I find to be quite interesting. And by the looks of some rooftops in the gameplay, you can see that some things are set up there that are realistic, but also look like they're parkour friendly as well. But that's basically what I have to say on that one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the parkour as to the highlight. I know it might seem minor to some of you guys, but to be fair, it's quite major to me, because the parkour in Watch Dogs felt like it had a purpose and it needed to be expanded on, and in Watch Dogs 2 it obviously is going to be expanded on quite a bit, and it's going to play quite a big part in the gameplay by the looks of things. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me what your list is. I have put mine here. I hope you guys are happy with this list of top 10 things that I found to be the most interesting in the Watch Dogs 2 reveal. But if you guys have anything else that you want to mention, then go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. And remember that E3 is coming and is just around the corner, and we're likely to get more information. So after that point, remember, there may be things that are really interesting that I haven't mentioned there because they've kept it as a surprise, but I didn't know about that. So at the point of this video, before you comment those angry comments saying, "What about super mega backflip ninja warrior kill man while jumping off building business and shooting from your car," or something like that, I haven't seen that, and that is not a thing as far as I'm aware. But if it is a thing and becomes a thing, which it should be a thing, shooting from a car would be fucking awesome, let me know that that's a thing, just in case you think I don't. But I probably will know, because I am going to be watching the Ubisoft E3 reveal Ubisoft E3 conference live anyway, so I will know. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment, like I said about a minute and a half ago, and I'll see you on the next one with another video. So yeah.